Hello, it's Michelle from Lacquer Reliever, and I am back today with Moyra Stamping Plate 44, and this is their stained glass plate. I was trying to make stained glass looks back when there were like 2 stamping plates and 1 stamping polish on the market, so the fact that this plate exists, and nowadays with clear stamping and everything, I'm so happy. I love this plate so much. Okay, so first, let me give you a quick look, just in case you just want to grab that quick look and see what all is there. All right, so this plate is ideally meant for advanced stamping techniques. So things like lead lighting, things like reversed stamping, making decals. That's the way you're going to be able to get kind of the stained glass look that you really, really want to get with these. But that doesn't mean you can only do those. All of these would be stunning just, stamped in black over white. You can color in with Sharpies. You can use a watercolor Sharpie technique, and that'll make it a little bit easier, almost like lead lighting. So I won't say a whole lot about ideas for this plate, but what I am going to do is point out that there are lots of things that match up on this plate. So like, for example, bees, and I love that they gave bees. I love how this goes along with this area here, and I love the exposed brick look. So I'm definitely going to do something that combines those. You've got all kinds of flowers. I love this. To me, this looks like it could be a cat, it could be a dog, it could be a ton of things, and I love the kind of geometrical dimension to this. Love the nautilus on the scallop shell and the other shells. I think that would be great, and I have a little bit of specialty powder that I want to try out with that. And one of my favorite things on this plate is this gorgeous peacock, and I desperately want to be able to grab this and play around with, just the feathers and just the neck and just the feathers, and oh my gosh, so beautiful. And of course, I also love these dragonflies, so I could see definitely mixing and matching these dragonflies like with any and all of the different flowers on the plate. You're never going to fit a whole one of these on your finger, so you are going to be kind of picking and choosing what you want. So in this one, maybe you want that nautilus centered, maybe you want more of a kind of a ruffly look on the other one, maybe you want to put this at the center, and then maybe next to it you want to do something like this, which could look like seaweed, depending on the colors that you do it with. So play around with different portions of these to mix and match. So maybe one nail like this, maybe one nail like this, maybe one nail with the dragonfly, maybe one nail you want a butterfly. So all of these gorgeous spring looks that you can mix and match and do different things with and play around. I also think personally that this, even though this is kind of a sea theme, goes really beautifully with these flowers there because of the similarity there. So I would play around with colors and unify that if you want to. Now, and keep in mind too that you could, especially with something like this, just take that lily and have a half moon look. You could even separate this and have it a different color up here. French tips, I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I guess you could do like a French tip with that bee, or a partial French tip just with that bee. You could do a French tip maybe with this lotusy kind of flower. That could be very, very pretty. So keep that in mind too. Moyra full images are 2 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters, and let's take a quick look here. This looks like it's about a little over 5 centimeters tall and a little bit just over 6.5 centimeters wide. All right, I'm going to do my normal stamping test, and then I'm going to try out something a little bit different. All right, so for the stamping test, I'm going to use Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Midnight Drive, and I am going to use my clear stamper. So super fine line, great pickup. And that shows you how that hummingbird there would look on a real nail. Pickup doesn't get any cleaner than that. So beautiful and perfect. Perfect bee. There it is on the nail, beautiful. That little pattern down in the bottom part is close together. Look at how perfect that is. And so with that one, even on my pinky, I can get a fair amount of it, but on the rest of my nail too, it's going to be even more gorgeous. I had to test out that brickwork. I love it. A great background on so many different kinds of manicures. Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm also going to do something a little bit different in this video, and please let me know what you guys think of it, if you like it better than the regular swatches that I do on the nails. If you like the swatches on the nails, if you like this, let me know what you think. Okay, so I wanted to show you because really all of the images on this plate are the same style. I wanted to show you a couple of things that you can do with them. What I did here was I just colored directly with a Sharpie. So literally I just took a Sharpie and I colored directly onto the flowers. And the cool thing is that the stamping polish actually kind of acts like, has like little ridges, so it helps you not kind of go outside the lines, which is pretty fun because I go outside the lines like crazy. I don't know why, I just always have. I always, like, I don't know if it's too much caffeine or what. So yeah, you can see I am just literally coloring directly on with the Sharpie. It gives you a really true rich color, but the stamping underneath still does show through. And so this is possibly the easiest technique for coloring in images like that exists. And then you can see that you get some really rich colors there, and it comes out really beautifully. All right, so if you've seen the Sharpie watercolor technique, and I have some tutorials on that on my channel, I will link them in the description box. Here's what happens when you take Sharpies and use the watercolor techniques. So you're using alcohol to paint it on rather than painting directly on. So you can see this, actually the red here is the same red in the bricks. So you can see that the watercolor effect washes it out a little bit, gives it a little bit more of an uneven color, which is an effect that I really like. But the color is more bold if you draw it directly on. This, I just wanted to show you that, you know, don't just rely on your white background. Look at how beautiful that is in gold stamped over the black. And then if you have toppers like Zoya Leia, you can go on with a topper and lead light and you can get some really, really cool effects. And then last but not least, and this is obviously my favorite, so this is reverse stamped. So I stamped it onto a stamper and then I applied it over a coat of Zoya Brighten. And so you can see how even with that scattered hollow under there, that's just stunning. Like, I love this, and I have to do a manicure of this instantly. So there are some ideas for the techniques that you can use and how they look when you use them. Okay, so yeah, I mean, great quality. I've heard great things about Moyra, so I'm not surprised that this is just really great quality. Definitely recommend, and I will link everything down below. Thank you for watching. How perfect does that be? Quiet, please, Lissa. Didn't I just take that away from you? You little silly pants. No, 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 and no. Cats are gonna be the death of me.